There hasn't been a new asset class since the bond market was created in 1693. Well, now there's a new asset class, and it is the digital asset space. The question is, are you participating? Hey, what's going on, guys? It's the Crypto Siege with another day in the life, in the crazy life that is the digital asset space. What is going on, guys? Good morning to you. Happy Wednesday to you. Man, are you excited about being in the digital asset space or what? So David Schwartz silences the noise. And actually, Ashish Burla did as well. He added a little bit to the conversation as well. So again, guys, if you checked out the channel yesterday, checked out the stream yesterday, we covered in the stream that this has been in the plans all along. We talked about how Ripple had announced the hiring, right? They were out looking for someone to fill this position that had to do with loans and providing working capital to the SME market. And remember, when they put that out, someone questioned what was that about, and then Ripple put out the SME white paper. So it's always been about that, right? So David Schwartz commented on it as well. We'll cover that a little bit also. That's why the thing from Ripple said staying the course, right? Staying the course. And so even if this quote unquote pivot looks like, again, it wasn't a fail, right? We said on the stream over and over and over again, it wasn't about a fail. It was about pivoting, right? So it's not about a fail. And it makes complete sense. Crypto Eddie did a really good job this morning, talking about the difference between being, having just one huge customer, if you will, versus a bunch of smaller customers. And she gave a great example. And I'm going to share that with you guys. I think I have it at the particular moment where she mentioned that. We're going to cover that also, but it's just a little important thing to kind of note, I think, as well. So good morning, everyone. D. Kirshner, what's going on, my friend? Good to see you. Raymond Scott is in the building. What's up, Raymond? Wi-Fi Lifestyles Review is back. What's good, bro? Good to see you on the stream this morning. We have some friends from Russia or the UK, Ukraine? Привет, как дела? Comedian Chuck Real is in the building. What's going on, my dude? Good to see you. Jared XRP is here. Hey, see, an XRP family. Good to see you, Jared. Good morning. Yeah, I like that, right? It's nice. It's sweet. Thanks, man. I like that instrumental as well. Deep Mine is in the building. Hey, Season family. Working, but lurking. I like that. Working, but lurking. Nice. Good morning to you, bro. Crypto Speed XRP is here. What's up, my friend? Good to see you this morning. So just to again, David Schwartz silences the noise. We're going to share a little bit of some of his Twitter stuff with you guys so that you get that. As well, guys, make sure you stay tuned or tune into, I should say, Generational Wealth Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we talk generational wealth strategies. We talk traditional finance. We talk, sound saving instruments. We talk cash flow businesses. We talk about generational wealth and how to be prepared for generational wealth. We also we read books together like Paradise, Strangers in Paradise by Jason Grubman, Killing Sacred Cows by Garrett Gunderson. What's the latest book? Rich Dad, one of Rich Dad's Poor Dad's books. I forget the name of that one as well. What would the Rockefellers do? Right? These type of books by Garrett Gunderson is another one as well. So, and we also talk, when we talk sound saving instruments, we read books like Building Your Warehouse of Wealth, Becoming Your Own Banker by R. Nelson Nash. So guys, check it out. Every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Generational Wealth Strategies. Shout out to all my friends out there in the podcast world. Thank you so much for hanging out and tuning in. Let's go over a little bit of some of the Twitter, some of the things going on in Twitter. First of all, BTC is what, 9,700, still kind of in that range is the last I saw. Let's see. XRP still right around 20 cents. Shout out to Eric Von Schultz. Eric Von Schultz. Eric Von Schultz. We're going to go check him out. I just subbed to his channel today. He had some very, very good information. And go check out his channel. And if you enjoy it, subscribe to the channel, check him out. He's growing the channel as well. Yeah, so we on a mad rush for 5,000. I'm really, really excited about the numbers as of late. I appreciate you guys taking the time to subscribe and hit the like button without question. That definitely helps with the algorithm on YouTube for sure. So let's get into this. Yeah, so BTC is 9,700. Ethereum is at $243. And XRP, still 20 cents, right? Yep, 20 cents right on the nose. Yeah, so let's do this. Let's go over some of the stuff on Twitter I just wanted to share with you guys. So I mean, tough questions is one thing, but I don't want to see it kind of turn into something that it is not. Let's see if this is the one I want to share. This is an interesting tweet from David Schwartz, I thought. First, it says it was always our preference to handle smaller payments directly rather than handling large payments that are later divided into smaller ones. You got to really kind of catch the wisdom, the knowledge that David Schwartz drops. Some partners weren't willing to let us handle their retail payments directly until we could prove that the technology worked reliably. Again, these are messages, right? These are messages behind the message. Treasury operations were safer because customers weren't waiting for them to complete. Customers weren't waiting for them to complete. And I think it's important to kind of understand that whoever's these treasury payments that Ripple were handling doesn't necessarily mean that it was MoneyGram. Most likely, it probably was not. But in any case, we don't really know who Ripple, what that customer that was allowing Ripple to handle their treasury customers, who they are, what they look like. We don't really know. But this, to me, says that they've gone, right? They're moving to the next step. They've proven themselves with the treasury the treasury payments, and they're moving into now dealing in the retail payment space. This is what it looks like to me. David Schwartz says here, there's an obvious advantage to handling larger payments. If you think size of the payment measures its economic importance or relevance, then big payments mean big money numbers. But handling lots of smaller payments has advantages too. They're just subtler. They are subtler. A big one is that it's stickier. And in the space that me and Miss Crypto Seeds operate in our cash flow business, sticky is the key. Sticky is the key. That's the key. It's the repeat business, right? It's not the one-time big payment. It is the repeat business that compounds over a longer period of time that makes the difference. So the benefits are pushed all the way down to the customer. And then it becomes more than just a replaceable tiny cog in a big machine, a replaceable tiny cog in a big machine. And that's really a great example there. It's really a great example. And Crypto Eddie this morning used Costco as an example. And that's interesting because I did not know this, but she had said that Costco, a lot of times, people are really kind of vying. They're probably knocking on the door of Costco to try to get their products on their shelves. And she says that Costco, I don't know this for sure, but she said Costco is notorious for just waking up in the morning and just deciding, hey, ABC company, yeah, we no longer want your product on our shelves. And you have to, in fact, come down this morning immediately and take your stuff off the shelves. A tiny cog in a big machine. That's what that looks like. And Costco can do that, right? Costco can do that. Very, very, very interesting. Anders Lunder responded to this. I thought it was really good. But listen to what the Crypto Prophet says. I don't know who the Crypto Prophet is, but this is an interesting point. That kind of speaks volumes. Is it safe to say that Ripple will be handling some of MoneyGram's payment flows in an individual way now that it's proved itself? This seems a lot more sustainable in figuring out slippage costs and the ability for the market to absorb the payments. And this is, again, you can pay attention to, we covered on the channel about these, every time you turn around, MoneyGram is in this partnership, right? And every time you turn around, they've established another partnership. And if you pay attention to the partnerships, they're really SMEs. They're really SMEs, right? So this seems a lot more sustainable in figuring out slippage costs and the ability for the market to absorb the payment. And listen to what Ashisha Burla says. Remember, this guy's question is it safe to say that Ripple will be handling some of MoneyGram's payment flows in an individual way now that it's proved itself? Ashish Burla says, yes. MoneyGram continues to be an active ODL customer. And you're exactly right. It's more important that we see growth in terms of the number of transactions versus notional volume increases, right? Again, I think it's so important. Don't speculate, appreciate what Ripple brings to the table, how they can pivot, how they can prove themselves and have always been proving themselves in the marketplace. This is, I thought, was a very interesting insight from Raf the Conman as well. He says some lucid thoughts by Joel Katz. So here's Joel Katz. He's quoting David here. It was always our preference to handle small payments directly rather than handling large payments that are later divided into small ones. So Raf comments said some lucid thoughts from David. And this is just something from Raf Khan. You can kind of take it for what it's worth. Cast in this light, ODL has proven trustworthy for MoneyGram to move internal money around, and now they are ready to move into full, direct, granular public production. And again, like I said on the stream yesterday, we think MoneyGram and we think the second largest and but in comparison to maybe the derivatives market or FX or whatever, it's small. And the business that they handle, individual customers are small. So it's a small, medium enterprise business. So the immediate impact is the loss of the ODL charts showing these tests. See what I'm saying? That's what they were. That's what the charts were showing. They were showing the tests, right? Because we say on this channel all the time that MoneyGram's use of ODL and XRP was, in fact, Wall Street's proof of concept. You see what I'm saying? Everyone's looking to see how MoneyGram and using this digital asset, using Ripple's product, how is it going to work in the real world? Right? How is it going to work in the real world? So the immediate impact is the loss of the ODL charge showing these tests. But the future is an immense number of ODL transactions. These are things that prove to the world how powerful the XRP ledger really, really is. The volume of these transactions, the number, right? From five to 10, from 10 to 1,000, from 1,000 to 10,000, from 10,000 to 1,000,000. And the workload increases and the ledger still proves itself out. So that was really, 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 really good, really good comments. Here's another thing too. So no, I think it was real ODL volume and it has already gone down. David Schwartz is saying MoneyGram was testing by moving large chunks of treasury internally before they were comfortable using it commercially with customers. The volume that builds now will be from public consumption. Anders Lundenberg got the message as well. He got the word as well. So he says, thank you. This explains everything from David Schwartz. Some partners weren't willing to let us handle the retail payments directly until we could prove that the technology worked reliably, right? I mean, the message behind the message is we were doing our thing, we were testing, and we've proven ourselves out, right? Ripple's ability, again, right? Ripple's ability to answer the call. Treasury operations were safer because currents weren't waiting for them to complete. He says, thank you. This explains everything. And this is a very good point as well. MoneyGram has been sending treasury payments. They now cut down on those 85 to 95% in size. Apparently, it was more of a test that the tech worked until MoneyGram starts using ODL for retail payments along with other customers. Guys, so that's in the end, that is what is ultimately the deal. That's ultimately the deal. So I just want to point that out to you guys. that, you know, every time something comes out, where am I? Every time if something comes out, it feels like it's something not good. Everyone starts to panic. You know, think about the partnerships that MoneyGram just recently went into, the last 2 or 3 SMEs. Okay, SMEs. Surely everyone would know that it would have to be phased in, you know, or tested, if you will. Surely, right? And they've done their thing. And they've done it, right? Again, don't speculate, appreciate what Ripple is doing and what they have to offer, right? And what they have to offer. And then you throw in the fact that MoneyGram's making the partnership. Ripple is having closed door meetings with the Central Bank of Brazil. We already know about I don't know what the percentage is of banks in India, right? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? It's just a matter of time. And so the idea is to don't panic. Yeah, Deep Mind. I was thinking about that too. Exactly. That's right. Deep Mind says, just in time for the meeting tomorrow for the digital dollar wallet strategy. Yeah, and I've been thinking that as well, right? We talked about that on the channel, but wasn't yesterday, it was the day before, right? Interesting timing of what they're doing, right? And I covered that on a couple of videos ago, Deep Mind. That's exactly right. And who knows? Who knows what it's going to look like? But again, whatever Fed Wire, whatever they're going to decide to do, I've always believed that MoneyGram's use of ODL and XRP was Wall Street's, the powers that be, whoever, their proof of concept. Show me this product and how it works in the real world. In the real world. And again, in the good old US of A, Wall Street gets the model that's MoneyGram. They get what they do. They get it. And so they got the word. Wait a minute. MoneyGram's using this and they're using this ODL thing. Tell me more about this ODL thing. It's on-demand liquidity. Okay, cool. And they're using crypto? Yeah. They're using XRP. Oh, okay. So MoneyGram's going to be using XRP. Yeah. And then they just sit back and watch. Proof of concept. And you can probably get on the phone every now and then, right? And have these phone conversations that you and I are not privy to. How's it going? So how's this thing going with this thing there? You know, proof of concept. Wall Street's proof of concept. The government's proof of concept, right? White House, proof of concept. You understand what I'm saying? What's going on, TJ Jackson? Good to see you, my friend. BRICS is right. Hey, Brazil and India, right? Closed door meeting. Look, closed door, open door, side door. Brad Garlinghouse is getting these meetings with central banks. He's getting the meetings. No one else in the payment space getting these meetings. Maybe are people from R3, maybe. But no one's getting these meetings like Brad Garlinghouse is getting, or people from Ripple. Great point, TJ Jackson. Great point, bro. Good to see you this morning. Getting back to what the company's main initiative. Exactly. It's good for the IPO. Exactly. That's a great point. Right? It's and that's what Ripple said. Ripple said it in its, staying the course. They said what they were looking to do. In the end, these low value transactions, it's like, I don't know if it was David or she said, I think it was David Schwartz. The bottom line of what they're doing is getting to the customer. The benefits of what they're doing is getting to the customer. And that's what we want. That's what they want. Right? That's why Arthur Brittle said, this whole thing to put together is about addressing the 7.2 or 7.3 billion people on the planet. It's everyone. It's everyone. And the SMEs is a good way to get into that, right? Because the SMEs are servicing individual customers, right? like Money Match as an example, right? In the end, it's the end user. It's always about the end user if you're in a business like that. And this is what they're doing. So it's so funny because people from Ripple knew that everyone's tracking the volume, and they would be alerted, they would be alarmed when they saw these numbers, and they were giving them a heads up. They were giving us a heads up on what the real deal is. You just got to read behind the line. You got to read the message behind the message, because they can't kind of speak directly. They can't really kind of show their hands. Look, there's competition, or there's people in the space. I don't know if they're competition, but there are other people in the space, so they can't completely show their hand. But they do. Listen, another thing a point to consider as well is private company. They don't necessarily have to be up all on Twitter answering questions, right? But they value the community. They value the people that have invested in them in a lot of ways, holding XRP. So I hope that this has kind of silenced the noise. Like, was it Allstate or State Farm? You're in good hands. You're in good hands with Ripple. Yes, DeepMind, they are. Apple Pay, Amazon Pay, aren't these all low value, high transaction volume? Yes, they are. They are. I hope you're right, bro. DeepMind says it feels like something is getting ready to kick off. All the while, IPO is hanging in the air. Patience is required here. No doubt. Absolutely. Absolutely, man. That is exactly right, DeepMind. M1 Geronimo, good morning to you, bro. Good to see you. It's TJ Jackson, zero doubt. I like it. What if Calibra settles with XRP? There's a reason why Facebook is still charging ahead, regardless of the apparent resistance, smoke and mirrors. Yeah. Hey, yeah. What if, right? Didn't they just change the name of that their thing too? Forget the new name. But you're right, bro. You're exactly right. It could be. What if that's a possibility? What if that happens? Yes, indeed. That's perfect. That's a great Wi-Fi lifestyles is exactly right. Testing was all about proving use case and education, given crypto is so new to most in the marketplace. Exactly. Proof of concept, bro. Great point, my friend. Proof of concept. Wall Street's proof of concept, if you will. You know what I mean? That's exactly right. So, guys, so that's, again, I hope I said David Schwartz silences the noise, and Ashish Burla added to that as well. This is an exciting time to be in the digital asset space without question. It's an exciting time to be in the digital asset space without question. So what else did I want to share with you guys? There was some really good stuff on Twitter with some really interesting news. Let me see. This Ripple executive unveils the XRP e-commerce platform. That was an interesting little title there. So I thought I might share that with you guys also. So, but I wanted to share something from Eric Von Schultz. Let me share a little bit kind of on the whole thing of, people holding XRP and the amount of XRP kind of circulating out there. Hopefully I can find the right minute. Is this it?
Small, the price is low because no one's picking this up and holding it. No one, they're just trading it. The traders, the day trader will be shortly. So this is big stuff, people. And here's what, now I go back to up here. The market cap is small, the price is low because no one's picking this up and holding it. They're just trading it. The traders, the day traders, which we need. The day traders are very important. I bag on them a lot and I tease the day traders, but they're very important function of the world because they keep it liquid. They're buying, they're selling, and so they're the ones really kind of controlling the market right now, just waiting little blips. They're making money when it goes up 1.5 cents, down 1.5 cents. They're kind of running the market right now. They're the ones kind of, but if the holders, the people who hodl, get in this. And if you don't know where hodl came from, it came from a guy in a Reddit, did a Reddit article, and he misspelled hold, and it was HODL, hodl, and it just took off, and everyone's used it ever since. So hodl means hold. And so they hold these coins. So the more people that buy and hold and just sit on them and wait, the price go up. And remember, the XRP is fractional. And the XRP is fractional, so it goes 0.00000. Each of those little zeros are called the drop. So, for example, let's go down here. I did a thing on Bitcoin. So Bitcoin has a $170 billion market cap, and I did my percentage. I own 0.0012659% of Bitcoin. The Bitcoin market cap is nothing. I own personally 0.0012569%. The market cap on Bitcoin is nothing. Oh, I should have done my percentage ownership on Ripple, but I don't own that much of Ripple to make a dent. Like I own a lot of Bitcoin, but it's just crazy that if I dumped all my Bitcoin holdings and I would own a percentage of this $8.8 billion market cap. This is crazy. And I own a percentage anyway, but it's very minute. I can own a big chunk. And this is fantastic news and fantastic time to be out there, people. And once again, it's not financial advice. I'm not giving anything. And I'm sorry for the crappy presentation, but I do a lot of film and movie work, and I don't have time to make these fancy things. And this is how I break things down myself. I just take the numbers and I break them down. This is how I discovered XRP. I was going through, and I have a bunch of other notes and stuff, which I posted some already that you've seen. And I made these notes to myself. And I was like, how come no one's seeing this? And I started researching XRP myself and seeing a lot of other videos out there. And I was like, man, I don't see anyone breaking them down this succinctly and this simply. Just simple, like, here it is, 100,000 at 441,100 at 20 cents, $88,200 per person, brings an 8.8 billion market cap. I don't see anyone breaking them down this simply. There could be someone out there, but I've gone through hundreds of videos now. I've been really looking through them. And so I'm not putting out things I've regurgitated from people I've seen are hype. I'm just trying to give you solid information, what I believe, what Ripple and XRP can become. And we're not even getting to the stock market part. And the stock market part is when I had that my thumbnail.
So, guys, this is Eric von Schwartz. Definitely go check this video out, especially from the beginning. He's given a very, very interesting perspective. And what I like about it, did I share that? I did share it. What is this? Is this perspective and really, really, addressing the fact of the market cap. It's nothing. If Bitcoin's market cap is nothing, then XRP's market cap is nothing. And he points out if just people would just, he said the vast majority of people are not buying it and holding it. In the XRP, they're trading it. Making few small percentage gains. But ultimately, the market cap is just nothing. It's teeny. It's teeny tiny. It really is. What's up, some real guy? Good to see you this morning. Raphael Hakeem Bay. How are you, Raphael? Good morning, everyone. What are we listening to? That was Eric von Schwartz on YouTube. He is an XRP hodler. He was breaking down the numbers and essentially comparing the amount of people holding this certain amount of XRP and realizing no matter how you do it, you do the numbers at the current price, it's roughly an $8.8 billion market cap, and it's nothing. The market cap size is nothing. They're ultimately just getting started. And the potential to still get 5 of them for $1 is massive. It's massive. And I like his example of the amount of BTC he owns, but in terms of the market cap, it's nothing for BTC, and BTC's market cap is nothing. So here's a guy who owns, he says, a lot of BTC, but in terms of the market cap, it's 0.00012%. It's nothing, right? XRP address.info. What is that? DeepMind. Oh, you're giving that to someone else. Gotcha. Anybody have information on what the X addresses are all about on the XRPL? Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I've never seen that. XRP address.info. Excuse me. Oh, okay. Interesting. I've never seen that before. I'll have to check that out. Thanks, DeepMind. I mean, that's the bottom line, bro. I mean, that's the thing. Zero market cap for a new asset class. For a new asset class, nothing to talk about. Easiest money to make for the next 5 years. That's what I say, right? We're early, right? DeepMind, we are early, right? We are early in an entirely new asset class. We're early to the game. We are early to the game, right? Let me share that again. I mean, no freaking brainer. Absolutely, man. I mean, let's think about that, guys. Think about where we sit, where we are at 5 for $1. Just think about that. But definitely go check out the videos. Eric von Schwartz. I subscribed and rang the notification bell. He did such a good job of breaking that down. And the video is, this is why XRP Ripple price is low and what it will take to raise, or to rise, you should say. Yeah, TJ Jackson, great point as well. 80% of the market share is in the top 5 coins. Oh, to purchase VeChain. OceanX is the platform that the other platform that I know. I don't know if you can do it on Trust Wallet. Oh, crypto.com, Rafa. Someone told me that crypto.com was a place that you can go. Crypto.com, maybe you need to get the app or whatever. It's no worries, bro. No worries. And then you can get it there. You can purchase it there, VeChain there, and then just take it off. You can immediately. I believe it was Bruh XRP had told the community that you can purchase it there and then take it right off. You can purchase the VeChain right there. And you can use BitTrue. Do you have to use XRP? You got to use XRP to buy it, right? Though on BitTrue, DeepMind. Mass adoption upgrades seem to be in play here. DeepMind says, yes, mass adoption upgrades seem to be in play. Listen, I mean, the asset class has proven itself. The technology has proven itself out, just like Ripple's technology has. You know, if they don't adopt, it's going to innovate around them. They realize that they couldn't control it. I've said it on the stream, I don't know how many times. Once they realized that they could not strong arm the DLT blockchain technology. They couldn't strong arm it and control it. Once they realized that, they had to adapt, pivot, and embrace this technology. Trust me when I tell you, they tried to strong arm it. They looked at ways to see if they could control it. Trust me on that one. Oh, you do, Deep Mind. Okay, I didn't know that, bro. I did not know that, bro. I did not know that. Deep Mind says on BitTrue, he always uses the XRP VeChain pair on BitTrue to buy VeChain. I did not know that, bro. I'm trying to think about that. Yeah, I'm trying to think about that. So tell me your thoughts on why you do it that way, Deep Mind. Do you mind sharing? I'm trying to think about it, right? It's a weird arbitrage opportunity. Okay, gotcha. I gotcha. Yeah, I was trying to wrap my brain around it, but that makes sense. I know. Listen, VeChain is 0.0007 or something like that. Maybe might be 8 now. Decursion says, I use Voyager. I think it has the top 30 projects. And can you purchase Voyager? Purchase VeChain on Voyager and just immediately take it off of their decursioner? I don't even know what Voyager is, but oh wow, Wi-Fi. Let me see. Wi-Fi says, Wi-Fi Lifestyle says, I'm new to the digital asset investment. Can you tell me if we get capital gains tax trading between assets on exchanges, or is it only once we cash out? Now, that's a great question. And I've heard both. What? Awesome. And I've heard both. I've heard say it's only when we cash out. I've heard that the trading between assets counts as capital gains as well in terms of tax. But I would say go check out the boys from Token Tax to learn more about it. I love what they're doing over at Token Tax. I really, really love what they are doing. Really great job. Let me know if you want a link for that Wi-Fi. They're easy to talk to. They respond to you with emails. The customer service is really, it's really good at getting back to you. There's another tax guy out there, but to me, that customer service is lacking. And they're, to me, severely overpriced, in my opinion, severely overpriced. But yeah, let me know if you want a link so that you can make sure you don't get phished. I can give you a link, and then you can go check out the boys from Token Tax at our question. What is this? What is going on here? And I believe, Mark Wilkins, I believe that is the latest word. In my opinion, trading between coins is a taxable event and subject to capital gains treatment if you held original coin for 12 months or more. Yep. I believe that it was the latest word. Yeah, exactly. And again, estate planning is huge. Deep Mind is so very, very true. So important to note this, and so on point, I should say. So very, very true. This is where estate planning is key. Tax will be the hardest part of cashing out. Most will fail here, unfortunately. Yep. Absolutely. And I do know a guy, if you guys want to talk to someone about the estate planning, a really, really sharp guy, very, very personable, easy to talk to. I know a guy, so just let me know about that. Yeah. Mark, you have a tax software? Oh, you think, okay, broker, you can use, okay. Yep. But yeah, let me get that too for you guys. Because again, for me, I like them. I've talked to a couple of people there from Token Tax. Very, very personal. But another thing I like about them as well is they are in the digital asset space game. So they're in this space, right? Buying, holding, they're in the space, immersed in the space. And so I really like the things that they do. See if I have it. Yep. And if you get on the horn with them, which I would recommend you get your questions answered, I definitely recommend you guys get your questions answered, okay? Just tell them that Crypto C sent you. But, you know, go get your questions answered. I mean, it doesn't hurt to make a phone call or two. Because this tax thing, you know, look, it's a real deal. You want to get them answered. And also, if you want the number of a really, really, again, really sharp guy in terms of estate planning, tax, you know, protecting your assets. I don't know if there's a thing more important than that. I have a guy as well, real, really good guy. Again, I like him, real, real sharp, very, very personable. Takes the time to listen to you, you know, listen to you and your questions. So, you know, sometimes you get, some people want to get you off the phone. They want to get you off the phone as soon as possible, you know. So anyway, I really like this guy. He's real sharp. You are welcome, Wi-Fi. So what else we got there? So yeah, so that is it there. This article is interesting. Let me cover this article from the Daily Hodl. Let me see, where is it? Craig DeWitt, I believe this is about Craig DeWitt and what he's doing. Ripple exec unveils the XRP e-commerce platform. Ripple's director of product is pulling back the curtain on an XRP payments project called Payburner. The platform, which Craig DeWitt is building as a side project, how about that, is designed to make it extremely simple to send and receive e-commerce payments. And in a new Thinking Crypto interview, DeWitt says that working on an XRP-centered music platform, it quickly became clear that a universal one-click crypto payment system is sorely needed. Payburner got started because we had this idea for X Songs Spring deal, and then we realized that there wasn't actually a great ecosystem for individuals to do peer-to-peer payments using XRP. It was interesting to see in the initial version of X Songs, the vast majority of payments were coming from digital asset exchanges. The vast majority. People were buying songs for 20 XRP, which is the weirdest thing. Turns out that that's the minimum withdrawal for a lot of these exchanges. Then it kind of dawned on us that actually there hasn't been an excellent wallet infrastructure that makes things easy, really easy, for customers of X Songs to actually leverage XRP. The Ripple executive launched X Songs in December, a new digital marketplace that allows artists to sell their songs online for XRP. There's no fee to upload or post songs, and artists receive 100% of the revenue from their sales. That thing is going to be massive from through peer-to-peer XRP payments. DeWitt says the Payburner will launch as a Chrome extension. Oh, wow. And will be available as a WordPress plugin also. Wow. making it available to approximately 455,000 websites. My guys, you throw in Coil originally got their thing with the WordPress plugin as well. When you look at the distribution of websites today, you have a vast majority of websites that run on WordPress. One thing that we're really excited about is building a plugin to WordPress. You can make it very easy for people who want to receive XRP and payments for goods to have the plugin. Yeah, and I have a couple of sites there as well that I need to get that done. Then you have a built-in ecosystem of people who are easily able to purchase the goods using the Pay Burner plugin that they have in their browser. Guys, you see what's going on with this XRP ecosystem? I mean, it's just massive. So the way they're approaching this is really one of a two-sided market. One where you have sellers and one that you have buyers. We're going to go actively cultivate the ecosystem on both sides to make a better experience for both parties. I mean, they're not messing around, guys. How to avoid paying tax. Yes, indeed. Well, one of the ways is making sure you got a good estate planner. That's, we talk about that on Generational Wealth Wednesdays, right? You want to have a team put together, right? And you want to have it without question. You may not necessarily, day one set up the trust portion of that estate thing, but you want to get something started. You want to get something started, and maybe 90 days from now, you add on the trust element of it. But having a good estate planner and attorney is important because they will help you with your taxes. That's one of the things they want to do, right? And so again, I do know a guy. If you want the contact information, just reach out to me, and I would get it. I've had a couple conversations and actually a Zoom with him. Very, 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 very sharp. But I like that he's personable, family guy. Listens, right? And some people like to just always talk, right? But this guy listens. And so I think that's hugely important. Hugely important. Yeah, in fact, it's the guy that Deep Mind had turned me on to that I'm talking about. So just let me know if you guys would like that info. Yeah, it's really good stuff. Absolutely. So there's both things, right? It's getting those crypto taxes done, but it's also planning. Planning. That's the key, right? XRP Joe, what's going on, bro? Good morning to you. Good to see you today. So guys, David Schwartz silences the noise. So did Ashish Burla, right? It's not a time to panic. It's not a time to speculate. It's a time to appreciate all the things that Ripple brings to the table, right? All the things that Ripple brings to the table. And shout out to David Schwartz and Ashish Burla for taking the time to answer the questions from the community. Again, they're busy, and it's a private company, so there's not a lot of have-tos when it comes to us. But they do take the time to respond to questions and silence the noise, if you will. You got to love that about the people from Ripple. I got to tell you, got to love that. It's a great point, Mark. If you wake up making if you end up making a ton of profits, millions, get your own tax attorney. Yep, the IRS will be looking at your returns closely. So even if you spend $2,000 per year, it's It's insignificant when you look at the bigger picture, right? This is a great point, my friend. Absolutely, absolutely, a great point. Ripple brings the most beautiful buffet to the good to see you, bro. Yeah, be safe, XRP Joe. Oh no, you're not leaving. Someone else is leaving. So, guys, there that is. I hope that helps you a little bit. And again, go check out Eric von Schwartz on YouTube. Let's watch that video. It makes a lot of sense. It really, really does. XRP price and why it's remaining so low makes a lot of good sense. He does a good job. And guys, I know you are. I've said this before. Make sure you guys check out XRP Joe on YouTube as well. He's doing his thing, staying consistent with making his videos. So, guys, definitely go check him out without question. Okay, Rafa, here's my CRYPTO. Just email me, man, and then I'll get that to you. Rafa. There it is there. That's my email, Rafa, and I'll make sure I get that. Kind of do a little introduction and let you guys hook up and talk. Again, I really like him. Yeah, deep mind. Good. Yeah, it definitely does. He's doing his thing. Oh, you're welcome, Rafa. Absolutely. All right, guys, listen, I'm going to wrap up this video. It's been a really, really cool hangout. Question. I appreciate you guys coming in and hanging out with me this morning. What is going on here? Oh, there it is. Okay. There it is. Good. I love it, XRP Joe. Good to hear that, brother. Good to hear that without question. All right. So remember this, guys. If you end up making a ton of profits, like millions, get your own tax attorney, right? Part of growing your team is you got to have a tax attorney. The IRS will be looking at your returns closely. Even if you spend $2,000 per year, it's cheap. Exactly. Great point. All right, guys, don't forget about Generational Wealth Wednesday tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern time, where we talk generational wealth strategies. Really, really excited about Wealth Wednesday. It's been a great value add, I think, for me and hopefully for you guys as well. So listen, guys, I'm going to wrap up this video like I do, wrap up the stream like I do all of my streams, and remind you guys of this. Old money doesn't want you to win. They don't want us to win. They would rather us remain a cog in their perpetual wheel of trading our time for dollars. They don't want us to play in the same playground that they play in, where we allow our money to work for us. This is our chance to win, guys. The digital asset space is our chance to win. We are in the midst of the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of man. Are you participating, or are you standing on the sidelines? Here's what I do know, that the battle for you has already been fought, and the victory is yours. Go get it. I'll talk to you soon, guys. See ya.